A Somali citizen cannot travel to a single African country without a visa. US and UK citizens can travel to about 36, 35 African countries either visa-free or with visas on arrival. For a Senegalese woman to travel to South Africa, she needs a visa, which might take 2 to 4 weeks to process. For a Nigerian man to travel from Nigeria to Cape Verde, both of which are countries in the same economic community at a similar distance as Madrid is to Hamburg, his total trip time will take 22 hours. He will begin in Lagos and then fly to Casablanca before flying down to Bissau and finally to Cape Verde. That Africans seem more tolerant to Westerners than they are to other Africans reflects a troubling bias, one that feeds the business pursuits and wanderlusts of Europeans and Americans, while starving Africans of their own right to see their own continent. It's bad enough that the world makes it difficult for many of us to visit North and South America, Europe and Asia. It's even worse when we impose these restrictions on ourselves. While my friend Asako from Japan can travel visa-free to Buenos Aires, I must submit my passport to the Argentinian consulate 4 months in advance and pay a visa application fee, which feels like a tax. But just think about that for a second. Think about giving up your travel document for 4 months and how inconvenient it would be for your life. You would essentially imprison yourself in that country, wherever you're applying from, for that period of time until a decision has been made. And that decision is not a guaranteed yes. Despite the obstacles, I always comply and submit whatever is asked of me. Why? Because I feel I have as much of a right to see and discover this planet as any other person. I've lived on 3 continents. I've visited over 50 countries. And I have seen how the treatment of certain passports gives agency to a politically correct form of discrimination. So how did we get here? How did we get to the point where a majority of immigration officers across continents, including Africa, feel that it's okay to treat people from my continent like second-class citizens of the world? Finally, there needs to be a re-education on Africa and on Africans for Africans, culturally, historically, and economically. These conversations need to happen in classrooms as well as around dinner tables, which will in turn improve the quality of conversations in business and international forums. We as Africans are responsible for creating an Africa that is stable and that presents real growth opportunities. To be sufficiently curious about one another and to treat each other with respect. To realize that if an American citizen can travel visa-free to South Africa, then a citizen of Niger should be allowed the same right. And it is the responsibility of the rest of the world to resist the temptation to make fast money in Africa and to instead consider mutually beneficial long-term opportunities. And maybe, just maybe, together we can create a world that is more welcoming to Africans, not just Africans, but more importantly, one in which we Africans are welcoming to each other. Thank you.